What's going on, guys and gals? My name is NekoFluttershy, and welcome to a Brony podcast. Now, normally, well, first off, I've not done one of these in fucking forever, so I kind of forgot how to do things. Then again, I always forget things. I swear. Not like, like videos. No, I'm still making those, but yeah, you get the idea. I do a lot of things and I forget some of the things I'm doing or have done in the past, and I'm just like, do I want to make a video on this? 10 seconds later, oh, I already made a video on that. So, no, I don't. It's like I have so many videos on the channel, I can't remember what all I've done. So, that's a problem in itself, but combine the fact that, I've also done like a lot of topics here on Brony podcasts, or the Brony podcast. You get the fucking idea, okay? You get the idea, and it's just like I don't know what I want to talk about because I've already talked about so many things. That's why I've not been doing nearly as much Brony podcasts as I probably should, because I actually like doing this series. Because, well, mostly it's just a still image of my well, not my icon, my banner, my channel banner, um and then just talking basically talking about whatever I want to talk about. The only editing I have to do is just this audio, just the entire audio. I actually have to convert the audio for some odd reason, because apparently this audio file that the iCamera uses doesn't actually work with VideoPad Editor, which is the editing software I mostly use because I fucking love that software. Even if it's like the demo trial version, I still fucking love. I can just uninstall it and reinstall it, and get the same results. But get the idea that it takes less work than normal. Normally I just upload a video and say fuck it, but in this video I can make it HD, high definition, and not care, because it's just a still image. Any image at all, that's in like high definition or 4K or whatever, it's easy to do. Okay, so yeah. But I digress. I really want to talk about one thing in particular, and this is going to be probably the only thing that I'm going to talk about in this Brony podcast video. So, with this podcast, what I do, and for those of you that are new to this series or new to my channel in general, what I do, I talk about, stories and subjects I find interesting. For example, I could talk about, why I love a certain video game so much, or why I love a certain anime, or just anything. And I can talk about multiple things at once, or just one thing at once, which this video will entitle. And this video is one of those times where I talk about only one thing. And so yeah, so stick around, So basically just sit back, relax, or get up and jump up and down, do whatever the fuck you want, and just relax, enjoy this video or this podcast. And it's not, I mean, it is a video because it's on YouTube, but it's not really a video, it's just a still image. You get the idea. It's not like a normal video I make. So and I actually enjoy doing these, so, but the problem is, like I said, I hadn't had much, much things to talk about, really. Then I kind of forgot about this series in a way, in favor of doing other things. But anyways, here's what I wanted to talk about. Ideas that I have had throughout my years of being a YouTuber, and even a little bit before that. There have been so many. I started YouTube back in 2012. I I feel fucking ancient. But it feels like yesterday I have done content for you guys. Like, I just started doing content for you guys and gals, but no, it's been several years. It's been a long journey. Not gonna lie, hard journey as well. But I enjoy everything I'm doing. First off, I want to say I don't do videos because of the views or the likes and the comments and subscriptions. But I don't care about any of that. I am glad and thankful for everyone who has subscribed and watched my content, throughout the years. So thank you guys and gals for that. But I only do videos because I enjoy making them. I enjoy, sitting in front of a camera and just talking or showing, the video games that I love playing, or just in general anything that I enjoy doing. Even the interview with the Fluttershy series that I seem to have abandoned because there's not much I want to talk about with that furball. Well, maybe whenever the PS4 gets there. And the PS4 is probably already here by the time you're watching this or listening to this podcast. But because sometimes it takes people a few days, the fact that people just don't really want to watch my content in general. But if they do, YouTube seems to hide the notifications. You get the idea. So there's a lot of reasons why people would watch videos a few days later or maybe a week or two, like basically any time. But the thing about it is that I enjoy making content, and that's the only reason why I make content and upload it. I don't care about the views or the subs or likes or whatever, but I am thankful for each and every one of you that has subscribed throughout the years and have, left positive comments, and hell, even some of my haters, because some of the haters actually help me. The haters, they post comments, so that kind of helps a little bit on the channel, being like, oh hey, people are commenting, let's recommend this to more people, and all that good shit. I only do videos because I love doing them. But throughout the years, I have had some ideas that, let's face it, 9 times out of 10, maybe the full 10 out of 10, are basically copying other people and their ideas and their ideals. So, yeah, a lot of these fell flat. Well, actually, all of them did, because, yeah. Well, let's just get into it. So, the first thing I want to talk about is, okay, so let me draw you into a little story. So a while back, back when, in my opinion, back when Smosh was good, with just Anthony and Ian, just two of them, maybe a bonus character here and there, Stevie or Mari or someone else, just a random person here or there. I watched their videos a lot. And, again, some could argue that, Smosh was never good, and some would say Smosh still is good to this day. But personally, I just prefer the whole Anthony and Ian duo, more so than what we have now. I still enjoy, I watch here and there an episode or two of Smosh that is new, their new format and stuff like that, but mostly I go back and just watch the older videos that they have done. I'm talking like maybe 2011, 2012, maybe 2013 Smosh, back in the day. Fucking ancient Smosh. Looking back, it's 2020 now. And looking back at the first times I've watched a few Smosh, I kind of remember wanting to, grab a friend and just, like, film random shit. Just do random things that, that they have done, kind of like sketches and stuff like that they've done throughout the years, and just overall, basically be the next Smosh. Do basically this, like, obviously different jokes, because I don't want to be full-fledged, Smosh, and be like, oh, I can't really think of anything offhand, but you get the idea. And speaking of Smosh, I actually watched Smosh Pit, which is one of their other channels, and they had a series called Lunchtime with Smosh. And I remember always wanting to go out into places, and eat, film food, whether it be in the restaurant itself or just back at home, and just do that sort of thing. What they do. And sometimes again, bring a friend along. But the problem with that one is, first off, I still don't have any money. Financial means basically. I never had any money. I never had enough money to go out to far places, never had enough time or money to go and do certain things. This was back when I was still in school, so I had even less time, I guess, to think of certain things to do. And that's, I think, why some of these other things have, fell through. But I also, between the financial shit, but the fact of where we live, I still live in the same shithole I've done since 2005, I lived in Meigs County for so fucking long. It's a fucking shithole. Nobody wants to live here. I get it. You're tired of me talking about it, for those of you that are new here, never come here. Never come to Meigs County. There is literally nothing to do here. Most of the people here are assholes. They will, frame you or try to corrupt you in other ways and shit, basically bad people. And the law enforcement here sucks ass. So, there's no reason why you should come to Meigs County at all. But, I digress. One of the reasons why I hate Meigs County is, like I said before, nothing to do here. And thus, basically, only the same few restaurants over and over. McDonald's, Wendy's, Taco Bell. Which at the time, we didn't even have a Taco Bell. It was basically a newer thing from when I originally wanted to do that sort of thing. The whole lunchtime with Smosh rip-off idea, I guess. Like I said, all these are pretty much just, rip-offs and repeats of other channels that I watched throughout the years. And, looking back, that's not exactly a bad idea. That's not a bad thing to do. Because, it's perfect to be original, add something new to the table that brings people together to make a community. But, everything is the same. You do a Fortnite, when Fortnite was first popular, it still kind of is, but when Fortnite first came out, one or two people made videos, got a lot of views, got, several 100,000 or so views, maybe 1 million or two, and people were like, oh shit, we can make bank off this, we can become a Fortnite channel and get paid. And then everybody and their goddamn cat is doing Fortnite, and, the views and the originality just fell through with that. Minecraft the same way. Any game, GTA, Call of Duty, Minecraft, even some of the retro gaming. There's always people that are doing retro games. Personally, I don't really think retro game or video gaming and the subject on YouTube is really original. People have always pretty much done reviews on games. People have always done videos on games. And, everything else no different. But also, I may or may not kind of go back to these, ideas later on. So, stay tuned, I guess. But, yeah, being in the fact that we didn't have anything here. We had literally nothing. We had McDonald's for a while. We had Wendy's. We still do. So that never really changed. We had maybe a local restaurant, probably only found here. Sikorsky's. I think it had a different name before it became Sikorsky's, but basically that was pretty much it. There is literally hardly anything here. And we have a Subway here in Racine, but there is nothing. There is literally nothing. And so, I knew, and I still know, that it would be boring watching the same restaurant over and over and over again. But like I said, there's nothing here. When the closest thing is like 45 minutes away. Yeah, if we go across the bridge to West Virginia, there's a Chinese restaurant that I love going to. Um, and that would be a decent thing. There's Bob Evans, there's a Geno's pizza, Geno's Pizzeria and subs and shit like that. And there's a Tudor's Biscuit World, but that's not really enough to go on. And I think it's not really, and I know it's not really about the location. It's not about, oh, I'm going to McDonald's or Subway or anywhere. It's about what the people are bringing to the table, not just the food, but the commentary and the overall aspect of it. So and people that liked the original Smosh back when Smosh was, in my opinion, still good. They saw, oh hey, Anthony, Ian are eating food. That's cool. And so they clicked and they watched and stuff like, basically they became popular food people, I guess. Well, not really, but you get the idea. So I've always loved the idea of going to places, either ordering takeout or just overall staying there and recording food and doing all this shit that they were doing. And basically, I wanted to be Smosh. Or at the very least, a part of Smosh. But here's the problem. The people that I want to replicate, or that I wanted to at the time, some of them I still do, but not as much as I used to. Basically, they're all in basically hard to reach areas. I'm over here in the middle of nowhere, Ohio, and they're over there in LA. They're several hours, maybe a few days away from me, and a lot of money would have to be spent. And knowing my luck, to be like, no. But even back then, they would probably be like, no. But another person I wanted to replicate so badly was Dane Bow, which, if you don't know who that is, he's basically the creator of the Annoying Orange. When I was younger, I used to, this is around the same time as I watched Smosh, but I also watched people like Tobuscus and Dane Bow. Tobuscus I will get into later on in this podcast, but I actually wanted to be Dane Bow. But the problem was I didn't know a damn thing. I still don't really know a lot about editing, so all the crazy effects that he does and all that good shit is just not really there. It's whatever. But I remember I watched him play basically Plants vs. Zombies. That's pretty much how I really found out about the game. I think it was either that or he owned a PC copy before I watched him. But either way, I found out about Plants vs. Zombies, which is a really good game, by the way. I recommend you guys and gals check it out. I actually was trying to do a walkthrough on the game at some point, but, well, not really a walkthrough, but just like gameplay videos like Markiplier or Jacksepticeye. They get the idea that, that idea kind of fell through, even though I really want to do that. You could still kind of see some aspects, I guess, of it. I play some of the same games, and I go insane sometimes, but yeah, you get the idea that... I always say you get the idea. What? Maybe you don't get the idea. Why does anybody get any ideas? I'm going crazy. But, yeah, that was random. But also, Dane Bow, he did the whole Dane Bow Exposed thing, where people would ask questions, and he would answer them. Sometimes they were legit answers, It's like, what editing software do you use? Oh, I use After Effects, this and that. But some of them he'd go off the top crazy, be like, only because some of the questions were, insane. for example, I forgot what the character. It had something to do with Ninja Baby or whatever. But it's like, Dane, Ninja Baby will do this or that, and then in a few seconds he would edit in a clip of, yeah, you get the idea. So I actually wanted to do that as well, but that again fell through. Everything I do is a goddamn failure, I swear. I mean, like, I'm not trying to be depressive or anything. It's true. Everything I do is like a failure. You know, between not having the money to buy good software. Well, I don't want to buy software for editing, but you get the idea. You know, buy a new computer or recording software or anything. You know, it's a pain in the ass. Living where I do, hardly any jobs and all that. You know, there's nothing for me really to do, and everything I do, you know, decide to, you know, do video wise will go down, you know, fail and shit like that. But yeah, you get the idea that I wanted to be Danebo at some point. And again, around that time, I also, you know, speaking of people I wanted to replicate that's around that area, I wanted to be also like Tobuscus, like the older, well, at the time, the newer Tobuscus. I mean, he's fucking, you know, basically old-fashioned Tobuscus now, but you get the idea that I wanted to be him. You know, doing a bunch of interesting stuff, like trapped in a Hot Pocket commercial, and, you know, trapped in other commercials and other stuff like that, and also just overall other things like the Toby game side of things. And yeah, I remember watching a whole bunch of them, and I wanted to actually make a song that was close to being the next chicken nugget, you know, nugget and a biscuit. Which, if any of you don't know that song, it's something else. Then again, it's Tobuscus, so how the fuck could it not be? But yeah, it was cool, and I actually wanted to be him at some point. Another YouTuber, this was a couple of years later when I was in high school, and again, you can still kind of see, in a way, some things that I'm trying to be in some of these videos. But I was still in high school, I watched Markiplier. Yeah, I first heard about Markiplier back in, I think, probably 2015, 2016, whenever the fuck I was in, like, my sophomore, junior year of high school. And so, you know, I watched his, I mean, I kind of prefer the older version of Mark, you know, and even Sean, you know, from Jacksepticeye. You know, I actually kind of prefer the older versions of them because I started watching the older videos that they have put out. And, you know, I remember him playing some of those games. And, you know, and same with Jacksepticeye. And I was like, yeah, you know, we should. And I should play these games. But before that, and let's backtrack a little bit. There's this YouTuber called Matthias, which he basically has a brand called Dope or Nope. So if any of you have seen Dope or Nope, that's what I'm referencing here. But back when I first watched it, it was called Matthias, just Matthias, you know, where it was just him and some guy named Brian who would review products and do certain things. And that's another thing I wanted to do, you know. I wanted, but again, no money. I didn't have enough money to keep constantly buying things from Amazon or eBay or Wish or anything like that, what they were doing. And we didn't have any place close to us. We could just buy certain things and have it come in the mail the next day or two, within the time for a video. Still don't. But, you know, I wanted to be also like Matthias back in the day. I wanted to, you know, do product reviews and other things. Do I still want to be a part of, Dope or Nope, High Five Studios, especially? Yeah, I do. I would love to hang out with Matthias and the rest of the group and the gang and all that. That'd be fun to do. Just review products or, play video games with some of the crew. And, yeah. But I probably will never get a chance to do that because YouTube's state of whatever is, YouTube sucks. Not as good as it used to be. I mean, also, okay, backtrack even further before I started watching Matthias, which led to me watching Markiplier, which led to me watching Jacksepticeye. So it went like this: Matthias, then Markiplier because he did some videos with Matthias, and then Jacksepticeye because Markiplier did some videos with him. It's a weird triangle of people, but backtrack. I go back and forth. It's like Call of Duty Black Ops 2 over here. I go back to the past, then I go to the somewhat, farther into the future, and I go back to the past again, back to the future. I'm gonna DeLorean Marty McFly the fuck out of you guys and gals. But you get the idea that there's a lot of people I want to be like and replicate and have content either similar to or exactly just like throughout the years. And one of them was Ryan Higa, which he's called Niga Higa. He's still doing stuff to this day, but I think his older videos, so basically the 3 or 4 people I watched a fuck ton of back in the day: Ryan Higa, which was again Niga Higa. I used to watch Smosh, Danebo, and Tobuscus. Basically the big 4 that I watched all the time when I was younger. Sometimes I will, the video, well, I got an idea to do this video today because I went back and watched a little bit of Lunchtime with Smosh. I watched some of Smosh's older videos, I was like, damn, I remember wanting to do some of these things, make some of these videos and do all these things. Nostalgia can do some weird shit to you, man. Let me tell you what. Guys and gals, listen up and listen well. Nostalgia is a great thing. It's a great way to somewhat relive your childhood, or even maybe a little bit of your adulthood. I don't fucking know. A good way to look back at the past and some memories that come with it. For example, I played the fuck out of Mario Kart Double Dash, and that's why, so when I was younger, my first game I got for the GameCube was Mario Kart Double Dash, and that's why that game is my all-time favorite. It's my favorite game of all time. Mario Kart Double Dash is the best, in my opinion, because I have a lot of emotional ties with the game. I have a lot of hours set into, back in the day. I have had so much memories of playing that game that it's become one of my favorites, if not my all-time favorite, which it is. My favorite. And that's kind of the same way with, YouTubers that you used to watch. But I noticed something about nostalgia that can potentially hurt you in some way. Nostalgia can, yes, it can make you relive some memories that you thought you'd never see again or feel again, hence why it's called nostalgia. And, it's a good thing, but be careful. It's kind of noticing, I've kind of noticed a little bit, I'm starting to do more and more things and dream more and more things about going back to the past and reliving that childhood as if it never happened originally, and so I can experience it all over again. Basically, that's what I have actually been doing recently. And I think, personally, and you may not believe me, you may think I'm insane, I probably am. Actually, I know I am. But with nostalgia, I feel like if I dream hard enough, if I, keep thinking about going back to the past, back to, when I watched these YouTubers and did all these things, and, when I was younger, that I could, in theory, go back to that past. Forget about 2020, 2019, 18, whatever. Just go back to like 2012, 2013. When I first started watching these people and had a fucking great time, watching them. But going back to what I was saying about YouTubers, I wanted to watch a lot of Smosh, Danebo, Kabuskus, and Nigahiga. So those four big ones. But one of the other people I wanted to replicate so badly when I was younger, and I wanted him to recognize who I was and stuff like that. And long story short, it ended up in some sort of a fight, but we're good now. We are, probably we're good friends, I guess you could say. We're pretty cool. But his name is PK Gam. Now, if you've never heard the name PK Gam, he's basically a YouTuber who does mostly a lot of gaming videos. He does, walkthroughs of like Mario and other games. He does random gameplay sometimes. He does a lot of gaming, and I love him. He's a fucking amazing guy. If you ever, see his channel, subscribe to it. It's amazing. He's amazing. He's cool. He's been doing a lot of DDR kind of videos, Dance Dance Revolution or In the Groove, or basically where he's using post commentary while he's dancing, and he's good. I think personally he's good enough to be in an esports league if there ever was one for DDR or anything like that. But anyways, I digress. So I wanted to be PK Gam. Like when I first watched him, I was like, damn, this guy's amazing. I want to be just like him. Basically, I guess you could say all these YouTubers that I watched throughout the years, I wanted to replicate and become the next version of them because I looked up to these people. And I still do. I'm like, oh, sweet. Jacksepticeye and Markiplier have good morals. They're good people. They do amazing stuff for the community. They actually care about their audience. They do stuff. And even some of the other people, that I mentioned before, they care about their audience and they love every single one of them, pretty much, and all that. And, looking back, yeah, I do want to actually become a part of these people. I want to, become friends with and meet Jacksepticeye and Markiplier at some point. I want to go out and meet PK Gam, in reality. I want to meet all these people and, hang out with them and, become even better friends, in this case PK Gam, but, other people I want to become friends with in total and be like, hey, what's up? Maybe do some collabs together or something. And, that's always kind of been a dream of mine, to meet some of these YouTubers and be like, hey, you want to do something together? Collab or, play a certain game together or whatever, and just overall, just hang out. And that'd be awesome. But, yeah, it's probably not going to happen. Anytime soon anyway. Or if not, it may never happen. Who knows? And who knows what tomorrow will bring? It could bring destruction. It could bring prosperity. It could bring anything. Although how 2020 has been, probably going to destroy everything. But yeah. Joy. But yeah, I wanted to be like PK Gam, and I wanted him to acknowledge the fact that I was there, and I was like, hey, subscribe to my channel. And at the time, he still doesn't do this, but at the time, he didn't take requests. He still doesn't. So don't bother asking him for requests. You can give him recommendations, be like, hey, I recommend you play this game. It's a really good game. I think, you'd have a lot of fun actually playing it. I think he can take recommendations because I hadn't had a problem with that. But when I was younger, I actually got into a fight with him at one point. I kind of got pissed off too. I was like, hey, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And he's like, no, I don't take requests. And then I was like, subscribe. I kept bugging him and pestering him. Looking back, that was a bad thing. That was a bad move. And BK Gam, if you are watching this video at this point in time, well, this podcast, I'm sorry. I apologize for all the things I've done when I was younger. I was an idiot back then. So I still am an idiot, but a different kind of idiot, I'm the idiot that yells at video games and says fuck titty vagina wrinkles or whatever weird shit. But you get the idea that I wanted to be so many people. I wanted to be, again, the next PewDiePie. I wanted to be the next Smosh. I wanted to be Nika. I wanted to be Tobuscus and all these people. I wanted to be basically everybody. All the people that I looked up to and watched when I was younger. I wanted them to be like, yeah, cool. And yeah. So there's a lot of people I wanted to replicate. And some of the ideas that I've had throughout the years, you can kind of see a little bit of with the whole, Markiplier Jax, you can kind of see me trying to be a little bit of those. You can even try to see me become like PewDiePie with my ending, the whole peace out and bro hoof thing. The bro hoof is basically the bro fist, which is PewDiePie's, well, he's used to be outro. I don't think he really does that anymore, but if he does, it's really rare. But you get the idea, the whole peace out and bro hoof thing is pretty much a PewDiePie thing. And with the whole, again, bro fist. And yeah. So there you have it. I'm trying to replicate PewDiePie right now. But in all seriousness though, all these people that I wanted to become, or I wanted to, see what it was like to be these people, to make content similar to theirs, or virtually identical. Looking back, I still kind of want to do these things. The whole lunchtime with Smosh sort of thing, I still want to do that. I still want to go to these places and record all the food and give it my personal rating and, do all these things and, bring a friend, family member along, just hang out and do stuff. Maybe in an alternate reality, I would have done these things, and maybe in an alternate, because, there is a limitless, infinite void of realms and eternal whatever the fucks, So, in this world, I am a piece of shit. I'm like the worst person ever. My videos suck. I'm not good at talking to people. I'm shy and whatever, and I tend to be somewhat of an asshole, but in another world, in another dimension, that's what I wanted to say. There's an infinite amount of dimensions, I guess you could say. In another world dimension, maybe hell, even my fucking dreams, I am successful. I get all this money, get all this fame, get all the big booty bitches. That was fucking cringy as shit, I know. But get all the fame and support that I have always wanted. And that's ultimately why I decided doing. When I was younger, that's all I wanted. I wanted fame, fortune. I still do. I want to be known for making good content on YouTube. I want to be known for being awesome, and get paid for it and shit like that. I still do, Who doesn't want to be famous and rich? But looking back, I think I focused too much on that. and I didn't focus enough on being genuine with you guys and gals, and overall just doing stuff. Also, kind of during my really long hiatus, I kind of stopped doing videos back in like 2013, 14, 15. Basically, they were a long. I just felt like uploading whatever the fuck I wanted at that point. I was kind of like the JonTron of that day and age. But I wanted to just take a large break because I didn't really care much about posting content. You know, nowadays I really do. I love, doing videos. And yeah. So there you have it, guys and gals. That's pretty much all the people I wanted to be like, and some of the video ideas, that I had for this channel, and all that good shit. So long story to kind of recap, I guess I don't really do a lot of recapping in this series. I mean, if I do, maybe I'll make it a thing. I don't even know what the hell I do in this series anymore. Wait, do I recap? I can't fucking remember. It's been a long ass while since I don't even watch my own videos. So how do you expect me to remember what I said and what I did in these videos? Fuck you. No, I'm just fucking around. But in all seriousness, I really don't know if I actually do recaps or not. If I do, well, here's this. But if not, I guess this is the first. I can't fucking remember. But to recap, the people I wanted to be like and the ideas I had, Smosh was a big one. I wanted to be just like them. I wanted to, make videos where I go out to restaurants and eat and all that shit. And also, a little bonus one, I was trying to replicate all the people that were doing food reviews. For example, I can't really think of anybody offhand right now. I used to watch a lot of people that would mostly go and be like, oh, okay, so here we have, Hot Pocket side shots, cheeseburger, whatever. This is where I got the idea to do the buffalo chicken Hot Pocket video, that video that I did. And then, I actually kind of, as cringy as those videos were that I've done back in the day, and I go back and sometimes watch those older videos that I've done, and I think to myself, I even yell out loud at the fucking TV, hoping that my younger self can hear me. Well, in vain, but I hope that my younger self can hear me. Be like, what the fuck are you doing? No, that is not how you eat a Hot Pocket. That is not how you deliver a line. That's not how you do this, how you do that, how you do anything. You fucking suck as a YouTuber. Right, looking back, all those hate comments that I got saying I was mental and whatever, they were right, actually. I was doing so much weird shit. I can't believe I made some of those fucking videos that I did when I was younger. But I'm still keeping them up there because they're a good reminder of how far I've come throughout the years of, making content and, all the goals. I made it over 450 subscribers, which I never thought I'd do. Yeah, I never thought I'd get past 1 or 2. Let's be honest here. If I was lucky, I'd get 5. That's what I thought. But to see 450 plus of you guys and gals, at least at the time of this video, there are people that could, unsubscribe, or I can get more subscribers or whatever, The numbers are always changing on this channel, so today I could be 450, the next I can be like 420, and well, not really, but I mean, YouTube does stupid things sometimes and unsubscribes people from me. Like 1 or 2 people, I'm like, yeah, they unsubscribed. But, like 20 or so people, YouTube unsubscribed them. And YouTube has had a bad history of doing that. But anyways, yeah, so to recap, all the shit that I have done, that I wanted to do. I wanted to be like Smosh and do food reviews and be like, oh, I'll give you 5 chihuahuas out of 5, or 9, or whatever Anthony's, well, not Anthony, that's Ian's father, whatever Ian's father said in that one video, and do that sort of thing, and answer questions that people would have for me on Twitter, and, well, at that time it'd be YouTube, maybe Facebook, not really Twitter. Nowadays, I don't think I get really any comments on my posts on Twitter. That's why I don't really tweet as much as I used to. I used to fucking tweet a lot of weird shit on Twitter. Oh boy. I used to want to do, I still kind of want to do unboxings like Matthias and people like that. I want to do, at one point, Matthias's personal channel, not like the whole Dope or Nope, but like his other channel where he talks about his life and shit like that, that he does. I also kind of wanted to do stuff like that as well. I wanted to copy the vlogging lifestyle of these people. Certain editing and just the way, the feel of the videos. And I know vlogs are pretty much not authentic because everybody's doing them nowadays and they have vlog channels and whatever the fuck. But I want it to be like that as well, doing vlogs, and so I do occasional things, I guess. Some you probably wouldn't even really call vlogs. Vlogs are just like going out, talking about, what's happening in my life and shit like that. But yeah, I don't know. I want to be like Ryan Higa, doing sketches and stuff, as well as Smosh, the OG, back in the day Smosh. I wanted to be like Tobuscus and do the Trapped in Commercials series, kind of like that. I also want to do stuff like PK Gam, I actually asked him, and if I could do a sort of random gameplay series, kind of like him. It just kind of fell flat in a way because, I play video games anyway. That's kind of, I guess, a random gameplay in itself. Playing Call of Duty or Resident Evil or Smash Brothers or whatever the fuck I feel like playing. Maybe Doom or something, but in itself is kind of random. I mean, even though sometimes you kind of expect it on this channel because I play a lot of Doom and Call of Duty, sometimes Minecraft, but when I do something like Resident Evil 6 or Halo or something, it's weird and random. But back then, I remember asking PK Gam. I was like, hey, can I do a random gameplay? Like, can I? Well, I don't know exactly how I worded it. I may or may not have said something about like, hey, can I copy your random gameplay videos? Like, the idea. Basically, I wanted to do what he did, and so I was like, hey, can I do the random gameplay series that you do, and just do what whatever. And what I remember, I think he said yes. Wait, did he? Oh shit. But I really, like, it's been so long, I can't remember 9 conversations out of 10 that I have had with people. But I do believe that, I think he said yes. So I ended up doing like 1 or 2 videos that were that way, and then I just stopped. Damn! Shit's going down outside. All hell's breaking loose. Woo! Hopefully we get zombies tomorrow, or today, or whenever. Well, actually, no. I hope we get zombies after I get my PS4. I don't want the PS4 being delayed because of a zombie outbreak. Oh boy. But yeah, I wanted to do that. I wanted to do a whole bunch of other videos from other YouTubers throughout the years, and I still want to do some of these things. Some of these things I gave up on because, well, I mean, I just don't have the money, and I don't have a way to drive to certain areas, and I don't know anybody that's willing to make the trip for nothing. I'm pretty sure if I had several millions of views and subscribers, people would be more willing to take me places to, make videos and be like, hey, it's worth it. It's worth to drive to certain areas because I can pay you back and blah, blah, blah. But you get the idea that a lot of these ideas just fell flat and just, again, may or may not do something similar to these in the future. So just, this channel is pretty much anything goes, even though it's mostly gaming, and I do a lot of video games. I also do a lot of podcasts, kind of like this, and I do a lot of other stuff. Speaking of podcasts, I got a video. Another one? What the fuck? Are people dying? Damn! there's like 2 cop cars that just fucking flew past. Holy shit. But anyways, like I was saying, my next video is probably gonna be about My Little Pony because actually, I think tomorrow is the 1-year anniversary of season 9, which is the final season of My Little Pony. Basically, it's over, so it's sad, but it's true. But I'm gonna show some memories and I'm gonna share some memories about that and what I've learned throughout the fandom and stuff like that later. Basically, that's tomorrow's video, I guess. So have at it. But yeah, I just gotta do a little bit of editing on, more editing than normal, because I mentioned some, I got pictures I need to show you guys and gals, but yeah, maybe I'll show them at the fucking beginning of the video. So if you see something different, if you see at the very beginning images that I wanted to show you guys and gals, there you go. Those are the photos I wanted to show you. Well, I didn't really show anything. Ha! You thought I was going to show you photos before I uploaded the video tomorrow? No. No, I'm just fucking around. But in all seriousness, guys and gals, tomorrow's video is going to be a good one. And yeah. Also, I guess you could kind of say, I'm also kind of, well, not really, but kind of ripping off yes, I kind of am doing the angry video game nerd by being like, hey, fuck you, you fuck-sucking dildo wagon, a bunch of creative insults, pretty much. I could probably do more creative insults than him. Okay, you know what? Hey, James Rolfe, nerd, if you are watching this video, which I highly doubt you are, but if you are, I challenge you to a creative, colorful language off thing. I bet I can say more weird shit than you. And DJ Judson, I'm summoning you as well to do things. Yeah, that. You cock-sucking, fart-sucking, asshole-licking, boob-sucking, fuck-licking, dildo-caddling, nutsack-loving fart fucker. There you go. There you go, DJ. That's my insults to you. Nah, I'm just fucking around. DJ Justin's a cool guy, but yeah, it's all just fun and games, pretty much. It's all just jokes and stuff. So, and I've actually had comments about that before. It's like, why are you such an asshole at DJ? I thought he was like one of your best friends. He is. He's one of the bestest friends I ever had. He still have. And so whenever I call him a fucking asshole or say all these things about him, it's all in fun. It's all in good fun. It's all in just a bunch of jokes and just for goofs and gaffs and shit like that. I don't really feel that way towards him. He's a good man. You know, he's awesome. He's amazing. And he's a badass at Doom. You don't want to piss off DJ. Because if you do, he will 1v1 you in Doom Classic Complete and beat the goddamn motherfucking shit out of you with the BFG 9000. And the plasma rifle. And the rocket launcher. And the chain gun. He can probably kill you with a pistol. He's just that good. But anyways, yeah. That's gonna be it for this video, guys and gals, with this podcast, I guess. There's still a video, I guess. But yeah. Look forward to this video being uploaded, and the next video will be uploaded as well tomorrow. Which actually, I guess it's today, because I'm uploading it on the day that... Time is fucking weird, okay? Like, I'm recording the video, I guess technically it would be yesterday, since the video will be uploaded today, but tomorrow, and time is so confusing. It's a big, okay, you know what? To quote the Doctor from Doctor Who, it's a big ball of wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey stuff, okay? And you can see where I'm going with this. And yes, I just quoted Doctor Who because that's a good show. Also, one thing I want to mention about Doctor Who. It is not Jodie Whittaker's fault the show is going downhill. It is the showrunners. Do not blame Jodie. She's trying her best. I actually like her as well. You know, she makes a good doctor in the show. But anyways, guys and gals, that's going to be it for this video / podcast. If you like this video, well, / podcast, I guess, give this video... I'm just gonna fucking say video, okay? I don't give a fuck. You already know it's a podcast. I'm titling it as a Brony podcast, so you know it's a fucking podcast. But anyways, guys and gals, like I said, that's gonna be it for this video. If you like this video, give this video a like. If not, that's fine too. Don't forget to comment down below your thoughts on the whole damn thing, and don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon down below to get notified of my future uploads and live streams, and whatever the fuck else that I do. And as always, I will see you all in the next video. Peace out, people. And bro hoof. PewDiePie. I'm just fucking around. But like I said, peace out, people. And one more time, bro hoof. Mute. That's right. I just mute at you with that bro hoof. What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it?